Hi everyone, this is Carrie, and today I'll be analyzing Django Unchained from a new historical, critical perspective. The film is directed by Quentin Tarantino, and the thesis that I'm going to be using for this presentation is through the use of traditional and subversive narratives, Django Unchained both undermines and supports the Southern white lost cause discourse. So, some key terms that are involved when analyzing a work from a new historical perspective is the term discourse, which is basically like an ideology, usually in a particular cultural place and time. And more specifically, I'll be looking at the lost cause discourse, which basically holds the notion that the Confederacy's cause during the Civil War is valiant and just, and unfortunately, because of this discourse, there's a widespread idea of racism in the South, and Tarantino both supports and undermines this discourse with his film. Though the plot of the story is not real, the events surrounding the story, such as the horrific way slaves were treated, are depicted in the film. In one of his famous lines from the film, plantation owner Calvin Candy exclaims, "You see, under the laws of Chickasaw County, Brumilda here is my property, and I can choose to do with my property whatever I so desire." And this line explicitly demonstrates the very real times of the setting of the film and the laws, which is around 2 years before the start of the Civil War. Along with these laws, racism was in abundance. Even after Django is legally a free man, he's not treated as such. When they arrive on Big Daddy's plantations, one of the slaves is asked to show Django around. The slave is confused on how to treat Django. When trying to explain to her how to treat him, Big Daddy tells her he is above all of the other slaves on the plantation, to which she asks, "You want us to treat him like white folk?" Big Daddy replies hastily, "No, that is not what I said." So even as a free man, the treatment of Django does not improve, which is a testament to the real racism of the time, especially in the South. So here is now some evidence of the work connecting back to my thesis, dealing with traditional and subversive narratives, both supporting and undermining the lost cause discourse. I'll start with the traditional narrative, which involves the entire character of Dr. Schultz. Though he is anti-slavery in the film, he is still a white character that is essential to the plot of the story. Without Schultz setting Django free and using him for his own benefit first, as the quote, "So for the time being, I'm going to make this slavery malarkey work to my benefit," as he first buys Django to help him in identifying some bad people, because he is a bounty hunter. So there would be no way that Django is reunited with his wife without this character. This traditional narrative shows that the white man is still in charge and remains important, which unfortunately supports the lost cause discourse. There is, however, this subversive narrative that really undermines the lost cause discourse. The narrative follows the heroic black man against the evil white man. The character of Calvin Candy, a wealthy plantation owner, is nothing short of evil. He tortures his slaves in barbaric manners. As he gives the order to have one of his runaway slaves eaten by dogs, Dr. Schultz is visibly disgusted. When Candy notices this, he points out the observation to Django, to which Django replies, "I'm just a little more used to Americans than he is." It's a very powerful line, with the screams of the half-eaten slave heard in the background. With this scene, Tarantino is forcing Americans to face their country's past. The wealthy white man is ordering a barbaric act, while the ex-slave is not fazed because he is used to the way of the American white man. And that is my presentation.